In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a new content category. Categories are just the different feeds that your posts can be separated into. When you create a new post at the bottom there, it allows you to pick which category or which feed you want this post associated with. So I've got the Anarchopreneur podcast. If I was going to create a podcast post, I would click it here. If I was going to create a freebie post, I would click it here. On my homepage, underneath categories, you can see I have all categories here. I have Anarchopreneur podcasts here, and I have freebies here. If I had created some freebies, they would show up in this feed. I have not created any yet, but I have created a bunch of podcast episodes. So when I click on the podcast feed or category, you'll see a bunch of different podcasts show up for that particular category. So that is how categories work. The way that you set up a category is rather easy. I'm going to go ahead and come over here to categories and menu and create a new category. And I want to create a category or a feed for my blog. I've already got one set up for the podcast here. Now I want to create one for my blog. So my blog is going to be called the Church of the Invisible Hand. So I'm going to type that in really quickly because I want that to be the title for the category or for this particular feed. So now that I've got that category created, I'm going to want to plug in any social media icons that I want. And what this does is when somebody actually clicks on a post from that category, if I have any of these social media fields filled in, then this information will show up at the bottom of the post. So if I've created an RSS feed for it, there'll be an RSS feed. If I've created a Twitter link for it, there'll be a Twitter link. If I've created a Facebook, same thing with the Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and add my Facebook feed for this one, which I can get by going to my Facebook website and copy and pasting the URL. So I'll go ahead and put that in the Facebook field. And I also want to put the Twitter one in here. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my Twitter page, copy and paste my URL from there into the Twitter field. And if this was a podcast and I had an iTunes RSS feed already set up, I would put the iTunes information up here in the iTunes window. Same thing if I wanted to add a YouTube video or a YouTube channel, if I wanted to add Instagram, or if I wanted to add Stitcher, same thing. I'm going to make sure I have my category title set up. I want my social media links in there as well. I'm going to go ahead and create category. And now when I go home and I go to my categories, there is the Church of the Invisible Hand. And you'll see if I click on it, since I haven't added any posts to it yet, it is still a blank content category. And I don't like that it displays down here at the bottom. I actually want the freebies to be at the bottom. So real quick, I'm going to show you how I can go ahead and change the order that these appear in. I'm going to go ahead and go back to categories and menus, and I'm going to go to change categories menu order. And so I've got Anarchopreneur, freebies, Church of the Invisible Hand. I'm just going to drag Church of the Invisible Hand up one, and freebies will go to the bottom. I'll go ahead and click change order here. And when I hit refresh, you will see that they have changed order and freebies is now at the bottom. So it's that simple. All of your category creation, category editing, and anything like that is going to be right here in the categories and menus tab.